Stagecoach has said it hopes to continue running the East Coast Rail route after 2020, when it will exit its current contract 3 years early with a potential £2 billion shortfall for the taxpayer. Labour said the firm should be barred from bidding again, amid warnings that the effective bailout on its Virgin Trains East Coast franchise could cause a crisis across the rail industry. The government has waived the majority of payments due under the Scottish Transport Group's £3.3 billion contract to run the London to Edinburgh route, agreeing to replace it with a less onerous partnership model at the end of the decade. Stagecoach, which could pay only £1 billion to the Treasury under the current deal, indicated it would bid to run the line once more. Martin Griffiths, chief executive of Stagecoach, said, "The Secretary of State has said, East Coast Partnership would be a more joined-up railway between the public and private sector. From our point of view, being the operator would be important." Announcing increased group profits on Wednesday, the transport company said it also expects to be given further direct awards, without competition, to continue operating 2 more franchises, East Midland and West Coast, after 2019. A rail strategy published by the Transport Secretary, Chris Grayling, last week revealed that from 2020 an East Coast partnership would replace the Stagecoach Virgin franchise contract, which was due to expire in 2023. Stagecoach is also seeking to renegotiate terms and payments of its contract until 2020, after admitting having overbid to run a line that had been in public sector operation for 6 years before a privatisation in 2015. Labour's Shadow Transport Secretary, Andy MacDonald, said, "The idea that Stagecoach may again bid for rail contracts following the company's failure on the East Coast line shows that the rail franchising system is truly broken beyond repair." Labour would ban Stagecoach from running passenger rail operations in the UK. Grayling should commit to doing the same and come clean about the taxpayer bailout to the company he signed off last week. Stagecoach said it would honour its financial commitments, which would see it forfeiting a £165 million guarantee. Griffiths said the firm was likely to bid to continue running the East Coast under Grayling's proposed partnership model. "We are a big operator in UK rail," Griffiths said. "We are looking at South Eastern and the West Coast partnership. We'll assess them on their merits." Grayling has announced that he's got a different vision for railway post-2020, part of that includes the East Coast. In the intervening period, while the revenue growth has been lower and the franchises has been loss-making, there is significant investment in the stations and upgrading the fleet, the technology and the customer experience. These are all significant benefits to the passenger today and to the franchise in the long term. However, Lord Adonis, chairman of the National Infrastructure Commission and former Transport Secretary, said the bailout was sparking a crisis in rail. He claimed that First Group, which was shortlisted for the East Coast Line, could use the precedent to seek a way out of another struggling franchise.